How's it going, you guys? I'm back. It's been a while. Is that a new haircut? Yeah, it looks terrible. Yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a bit of a life and channel update. I haven't posted in the last maybe 5 months, 4 or 5 months. That's because I got really busy with work. I got really fortunate enough to get a lot of work. Was able to travel a lot and was basically just editing and making a lot of content for my job, and didn't really have a lot of time to make anything for the channel, and it kind of sucked because I thought I was just getting started, and all of a sudden it just abruptly stopped. I'm back now. In that time that I wasn't filming, I come up with a lot of ideas that I want to do. I just really want to turn this channel into kind of like a creative outlet for myself. It won't just be strictly movie reviews. I mean, I feel like the majority of the content will still be movie stuff, but any ideas that I have that comes in mind, I'll just post it. Just kind of a way for me to get more creative, get back on the grind of being creative. Yeah, I've just been busy, and also been procrastinating a lot on trying to get back onto this channel. So I have no excuses now. Yeah, and I promise that I'll be doing a lot more videos soon. I have a lot of things in the works right now, and I have nothing but time. That's my little update for you guys. I hope you guys have been doing well as well. And yeah, let's just get straight into the video. Alright, so welcome to what I watched this month, September 2023. Totally not copying Carson Rehnquist. This is a very original idea, and yeah, let's just go into it. So the first movie I watched this month was Bottoms. Bottoms is the first project I've seen from many rising stars in the film industry, including the main stars in Rachel Sennett and Ayo Edebiri, as well as the director Emma Seligman. But after seeing this, I really want to get more into their filmography. I thought the writing in this was extremely witty, fast, and really understood what Gen Z finds funny. All the performances in this were hilarious and fun. I love the absurdity and the caricatures, especially of the football players. Marshawn Lynch in this was really fun, and all his divorce humor was great. And the supporting cast was extremely memorable, especially her. Yeah, she was crazy. The only things I thought the movie lacked on was a satisfying conclusion. Third act I felt was very rushed, and I wish the movie could have been 10 minutes longer for us to really sit with the fallout between our leads. Nonetheless, this was really fun, and I really enjoyed myself. Can't wait to see more from everyone in this movie. Next I watched JFK, and oh my gosh, the uncovering of the truth in this felt so Hollywood that I forgot that this was an actual tragedy. It was kind of crazy, kind of scary actually, to forget that this was something that actually happened and not just, a movie. This movie's very haunting with its cold facts, and the darkness and mystery that surrounds the JFK assassination will always be a shady part of American history. I started feeling like a conspiracy theorist watching this, and felt like Uncle Sam could be knocking at my door at any second. 3-hour epic, this was something I felt completely immersed in, and if I had to compare it with anything that I've seen before, it'd be like All the President's Men, which would actually make a very fun and paranoia-filled double feature. And then I watched White Men Can't Jump, the original. This movie absolutely rules. Street ball, 90s fashion, a fun soundtrack, Woody Harrelson, Wesley Snipes. I mean, what more can you ask for? Definitely a product of its time. The movie lives in 1992, and the weird loan shark and mafia subplot and Jeopardy subplot definitely shows that. Other than that, I thought this was really fun. Seeing Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes get buckets was very satisfying. They can really hoop. Their chemistry on court and the lack of it off the court was a cool dynamic, and that was missed in the remake. So I watched the remake. First off, shout out to Calmatic, the director who shot some of your favorite artists' music videos. He's super talented. He actually had 2 films come out this year, so that's a great accomplishment in of itself. However, if they restructured this a bit more and made it its own basketball movie, I feel like I would have appreciated it way more than slapping a recognizable title and calling it quits. I mean, Jack Harlow not being able to dunk wasn't even a part of the plot. He just had bad knees. Other than that, I don't have too much to say. This was a perfectly fine movie. Then I watched Boogie Nights. So I recently moved in with two of my hometown friends, and I've been trying to put them onto some of my favorite movies of all time. So naturally, I picked Boogie Nights as the first one to show them. I just think the soundtrack, the loose format, and like how fun all the characters are made this a perfect show your friends this movie. And whenever you show anyone a movie you love, you start to look at the movies way more critically because you just want to make sure that your tastes are valid and like you're watching your friends react to your favorite scenes. But thankfully they both really loved this, and it's crazy that PTA was so young when he made this, and it's just a masterpiece in my eyes. Another one of my favorites that I showed to my friends was Uncut Gems. They didn't get the same reaction as Boogie Nights, but they collectively thought Adam Sandler transformed into someone like totally unrecognizable, and that just reminded me that he got snubbed at the Oscars, and that made me sad. Other than that, my friends' feedback on this was it was really loud and chaotic, and it was hard to keep up with what was going on, so Safdie's great job. Then I watched Poetic Justice. This was an extremely intimate film and felt like something I haven't seen before or could compare anything else to. I think John Singleton excels at showing dynamics between characters that come from, I guess, very opposite perspectives and having them find a compromise. And here specifically, Tupac, Janet Jackson, and Regina King all stood out as like the top performers in this. And there's a really nice message of like not judging people for what they seem to represent and kind of digging in deeper and getting to know them. I don't know, this was like a really great gem of a movie. Next, I watched Wolf of Wall Street. It's kind of sad that people look at this and are like enamored with the glitz and glamour of Wall Street seems to bring. I mean, I don't know. I just hate when people watch something and the takeaway is absolutely the opposite of what the message is. Scorsese's a master at showing the romanticized sides of living dangerously, I guess. But in here, he just makes everything look so fun. I mean, crash a helicopter, sure, why not? Flip a yacht in the middle of the ocean, why not? Candlestick up the butt, why of course. Like my Letterboxd review said, give me the 5-hour cut. Then I watched Happy Feet, and unfortunately I watched this sober. And this was just animated penguins, like making a martyr out of one of them for 80 minutes with a bunch of dance numbers sprinkled into it. But like, why were the humans real, George Miller? Please, tell me why. Then I finally knocked off a movie that's been on my list for such a long time with Suspiria, the original one. I loved the vibes the movie gave off. It was super haunting and eerie, nightmarish. The Goblin soundtrack elevates this movie so much more and really like matches the energy that the movie is giving off with the music, and it's just great. The colors in this, the trippy imagery combine to make such a unique viewing experience. I thought this was really great. The only negatives I actually have with this movie is like the strange dubbing and questionable character decisions. There's a scene where this girl climbs up a window because she's getting chased, and then she jumps off that window without looking down and she lands in a room full of barbed wire. I don't know. Nonetheless, I thought this was super fun and creepy. Made me want to rewatch the remake and give that a re-evaluation. Yet another show my roommates this movie. Total Recall is something that I find absolutely fun and really, really love. One of the last movies to utilize real sets and miniatures and animatronics before the transition to computer visual effects. And the real sets add a ton to the tone and the world of this movie. It just felt so specific to what this movie was. Arnold in this carries the movie on his back and completely chews up the scenery. This was like Arnold at the peak of his powers, just being goofy and hitting those amazing one-liners he's known for. Perfection. I'm gonna do a full video on Total Recall eventually, but those are my thoughts right now. And finally, I watched Boys in the Hood. Got to see 2 John Singleton movies this month, and rewatching Boys in the Hood with as much context that I know now than I did when I watched this when I was younger opened my eyes so much. Like, this was Singleton's first project fresh out of USC, and he had so much to say and like bring to the table in his debut. The fact that he was 23 making this and had the support of his cast and crew throughout the process just shows how long overdue it was for more people of color to be in control of their vision from top to bottom. And even now, movie studios don't really give chances to young 20-something-year-old directors who don't have any experience. But this movie just felt totally real and fully visualized, and gave audience members at that time a look at a lifestyle that was never shown with compassion in the media. The movie's tagline is "Increase the Peace," and that's something that really reigns true throughout the movie. And that concludes everything I watched this month. I didn't really watch too many movies. This month was more of like a comfort month, you know. Rewatching like some of my favorite movies was really fun to do. I have a lot planned for October, so hopefully I can get that all done in time. Yeah, so just stay tuned, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment if you want me to review a movie, if you have any thoughts on any movies that I talked about. Subscribe if you're not, and have a nice day.